Chill. If this Houston team faces OKC in the playoffs, what would be your prediction for how long that series would actually go? Number one. Number two, who on the Rockets is the shining star of that series for Houston? Who is that player that can handle the pressure, keep their turnovers down, keep their efficiency up against that type of pressure? Is it Şengün? Is it Durant? Is it Amen Thompson? Who is it?
I think Şengün would be a real test for their defense. A real test for that Oklahoma City defense.
Okay.
Off the strength of where he plays. He doesn't just primarily play on the box. He doesn't just primarily play in the mid-range. I think that those combinations would bring both Chet and Hartenstein away from the basket, and I think that would open up some lanes for them. So
but he got to take the threes though, Chill. That's the problem.
And I think that I think he would.
That's like a bailout though, a little bit for OKC because they want him to do that. I mean,
he's still going to have to do that though, right?
I believe the first game of the season when we watched, Şengün took 8 threes.
Yeah,
he took 8 threes, right? And he made 5. So that's not going to happen on most nights.
Yeah.
That is a dare shot. That's what OKC wants him to do. I think the other thing OKC wants him to do is make decisions in the middle of the floor because they're going to pick every one of those decisions apart.
Which he's actually really good at.
Against many teams, he is good at it.
Mm-hmm.
I think against high pressure defenses, he can become a little bit predictable, turnover prone, slow to process. The thing against OKC is it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you slow down and take your time to make every single pass, they just load up on the passing lanes. If you speed up, basically they just pick off your passes.
Which is what
you can't go fast and you can't go slow, right? You can keep like the whole point of ball movement, 0.5 basketball is to load up an advantage of, you make good decisions, swing the ball side to side, find the cutter, and then boom, they recover faster. Typically, offense has an advantage unless you're facing OKC. So the first question was like, in a playoff series, how long do you want that series to go?
I think it's to answer your first question. I think it's Şengün. I think that Reed Sheppard will give Case and Wallace hell. I do.
In what way? I as a scorer?
Yeah.
No, brother.
I think I ain't saying that. I'm not saying that.
Are they playing drop versus him? That's the only chance.
That's exactly.
I'm cashing out my 401k.
That's what they're going to make him do. They're going to make
penny I got. I'm trading all my baseball cards.
What they're going to do with Reed Sheppard is they're going to make Reed Sheppard a shooter. That's what they're going to do. They're going to tell Reed Sheppard, you got to make shots.
But
and they are going to play
on ball. What are you talking about?
Both of those things. They're going to make him make shots.
And with second year Reed Sheppard,
yes, they're going to make him make shots. Do you understand what that means, Swiper? What that means?
He's cool, but like, you
are the guy.
Like 4 games, 5 games.
You are the guy. You are the guy who's going to have to make shots for them, right? And on top of that,
or just no. How about he's their best shot maker? So how about no? Like you don't get to make those shots. We're gonna face guard you everywhere.
Kaysen's attention to detail is insane.
I don't think that they're gonna do that with him.
How
they
how
did.
much
But that's what teams do to respond to Reed. When Reed comes in the game, he's their best shooter. So then they just face guard him and then just guard everybody else traditionally. That bonkers what that boils down to with Reed Sheppard. They're trying to run their 3-man game, especially in the fourth quarter or in the quarter situations with Şengün, KD, and Amen, or with Jabari or whoever's in the game, and Eason. And then Reed's like off in the corner somewhere. They're running like pin down stuff for him. You're not getting the ball. What do you mean? I'm literally putting Kaysen on you, turning straight toward you. You're not getting the ball.
Wow. So we're going to basically take Reed Sheppard out of the series. That's what we're doing.
Matter of fact, when Kaysen gets tired, Caruso,
I want to make sure I'm following you, Swiper. So matter
of fact, when Caruso gets tired,
what does that say?
Yo,
what does that say about?
I think it'd be a hard series.
Are they running trains?
What does that say about Reed Sheppard then? So
they
Reed Sheppard
definitely passing.
That tells me that definitely tells me tells me that Reed Sheppard is a lot better than y'all dudes giving him credit for. Because if we're face guarding Reed Sheppard, if we're keeping the ball away from him, now that means that other guys like Amen Thompson, like Şengün, like KD,
okay, but J-Dub and Chet and Hart are over there now.
Okay, so with them being, so are you telling me that they're just going to completely shut Houston down?
No, but I think
not going to be able to score
situationally.
I think Houston's
they're going to turn Şengün into a primary jump shooter or scorer in the middle of the floor. And respectfully, he's actually just not that good at that this year. Now he had a hot game versus OKC, but I think a lot of this is good. And then Kevin Durant. Now you're going to be ISO'd on Dub and them. I'm just kind of like. that I'm not chill. I'm saying the series probably goes 6. Hopefully.
I think it goes 5. I think they served them dudes in 5 games.
Chill. Why did I hear you say they're gonna make Reed Sheppard a shooter?
The reason why I think they're going to make Reed Sheppard a shooter is because Reed Sheppard hasn't played in the playoffs. Reed Sheppard is young. Reed Sheppard has not been in this kind of atmosphere. They're looking at Reed Sheppard and they're going to make him show it to them that you can make these shots in this high-pressure situation. That's why.
I don't think Chill's saying that they're going to just give him open shots. I don't think Chill's saying that. I think Chill's saying that they're going to force him to have to beat us. Am I mistaken, Chill?
That's what I'm thinking.
But you got to make shots. Make him beat them inside the 3-point line, not let him do the thing he's actually really good at. Isn't that what the playoffs is about? Can you do your weaknesses, not your strengths?
What is it? What is his weakness? His weakness is
his 2-point scoring down.
Yeah, putting the ball on the floor, that in between
stuff,
stuff.
Not shooting the basketball.
Okay,
that's
so
the one thing he does really, really, really well.
Oh, okay, so when does he shoot the basketball? Does he shoot the basketball coming off a screen? Does he shoot the basketball when he has the ball?
Shoot off a screen, off movement, in downs.
Okay, so we do know that. Okay, so I do want him to shoot, right? I do want him to shoot, but I just think that in the playoffs, in a high pressure situation, when he's open, I think it may look a little bit different for him. And with them playing, drop and them making him prove that he can make shots, then they will adjust that.
But you do realize every time Reed Sheppard is going to be on the floor with SGA on the floor, it is about to be like
they'll go to their zone. Don't worry, that's what they do.
No, they're not.
But
the thing is, well, to be fair, Mark, so even if they do that, bro, SGA, I mean, you're still gonna have to flatten out your defense a little bit. Because I'm gonna flatten out the offense. I'm still getting nice.
Sure. Yeah, the Thunder have their zone counters. That's the problem. Last year's zone could do some things. This year,
but remember in the regular season game this year, when Reed came in, second quarter when they
and that's when they realized, let's start going to zone because opening night when they were playing man with Reed Sheppard, he got fried. But it's just the playoffs. I understand, some guys have to show you things. Reed Sheppard's been getting guarded like a shooter since his first game in the NBA. Because that's what he is. That's what's on the scouting report. And when the playoffs come around, scouting reports are tied to them, more refined. No team, no competent defense is saying, even though this is his first real look at playoff basketball, they might say, let's see what he can do in terms of self-creation. But they're not going to say, let's let the guy who's a shooter get shots. They're going to say, let's force him to do the things he's not comfortable with. And then they'll look at the scouting report. Okay, he's not comfortable driving downhill left, whatever. Okay, so on screens, we're going to weaken to his left hand, force him into a crowd, blah, blah, blah. Sure. That's how they'll exploit Reed Sheppard. Not with, I think he's going to fall off making jump shots in the playoffs. That's not a bet a good defense is going to make because that's the thing Reed Sheppard is
to Chill's point, like we haven't
we're going to go under
in the playoffs.
We're going to force him to make jump shots. But not
if I'm not mistaken, the reason why I bring this up, is because I think the word let, I want to use another word. We'll
allow.
We'll concede this shot to you.
Which shot?
We'll concede this shot to you. We'll concede you coming off a screen. We'll concede you coming off a screen. We'll get a hand to you. Right? We're not going to leave you wide open, but we'll concede you coming on the right side of the floor because you're not as good on the right side of the floor as you are on the left side of the floor. But with that being said, I'm not going to sit up here and talk to you guys like I didn't watch the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals play drop coverage on Steph Curry. So let's not sit here and act like teams don't give up shots or concede shots to players because they want to see them do something else because we have to give something up. We have to. So a guy like Reed Sheppard.
Fair, that's a bit of a unique. We call it drop coverage because technically it was, but they were playing drop coverage from 30 feet. So it's like, I guess it's drop coverage technically, but Steph was shooting 30-foot pull-up threes and making them. So it's kind of. Not to mention that was also because they were trying to
Reed
take
Sheppard
away
is not that kind of
else.
shooter, brother.
They were also trying to take away the 4-on-3s.
No, he's not.
So like they kind of Ime Udoka.
He's a very streaky shooter though.
I think Ime Udoka bet on if we don't give up the 4-on-3 advantage, Steph isn't going to make this many 30-foot pull-ups to break our defense. Turns out the greatest shooter ever can do that. So whoopsie. But with Reed Sheppard, I think the opposite. Like they're going to force Reed Sheppard to score from 2. They're going to force him to make 2-point shots. Whether that's mid-range stuff, whether that's all the way at the rim, playing in a crowd. That's what they'll force him to do. So I do agree that like defenses will be like, okay, let's see what Reed Sheppard can do to beat us. But it's not going to be from 3. Because that's the way he can beat you. But if they be like, okay, well, let's fight over the screen with Reed Sheppard. Let's force him baseline, make him play in a crowd, see if he can make passes over the top or shots over the top. Yeah, sure. So I agree with that, but I just don't think it would be from 3.
It's the panel. Religion get built on cam. With a check, throw smoke, and the host go ham. You ain't never seen hoops out here did raw. Every take got weight, every night we drop. This that barbershop. Courtside, worldwide tone. Welcome to the only show that really feel like numbers jumping like the score.